If you're running K-heavy hash rigs in 2026, then undoubtedly you have concerns about your Kaspa mining profitability. And if you've been in the Kaspa trenches, then you most likely have heard about the upcoming Tokata Hard Fork. This hard fork represents Kaspa's biggest upgrade yet. Testnet launches today, May 18th, 2026, and the mainnet hard fork is scheduled to go live somewhere between June 5th and June 20th of 2026. Everyone's talking about programmability, tokens, and new use cases, but today we're going to focus on what it actually means for miner rewards and long-term profitability. Stick around because I'm going to break it all down for you today. If you've been involved in the Kaspa ecosystem for a while, then you probably remember the KRC-20 launch back in September of 2024. There was tons of hype surrounding the KRC-20 launch, and the price of Kaspa back then was 17 cents. And oh, how I wish we could go back to 17-cent Kaspa. Anywho, once the hard fork was complete, tokens were launching left and right, mining revenue exploded, some rigs that were barely scraping by started raking in the dough overnight, fees were high, profitability was up, everyone fired up their machines, everyone was excited. Then reality hit. Activity cooled, fees normalized, and many miners were left wondering if this was all just temporary hype. Now let's talk about the Tokata Hard Fork and how it will likely play out very differently than the KRC-20 launch. Tokata is not promising another quick pump. Instead, it's building sustainable infrastructure that could drive consistent, higher baseline demand, core features, and direct miner impact. Tokata introduces multiple upgrades to the block tag. We will get covenants, we will get native layer 1 tokens, we will get Silverscript, and we will get ZK verification opcodes. Now, I know all that sounds very confusing, but don't worry, we're going to be talking about each one of these upgrades and what they mean. The main point is, every single one of these increases the need for on-chain activity that miners get paid for. Speaking of mining, I'm still mining Kaspa directly to my Tangem wallet, and I have been for years. I wanted to tell you real quick that Tangem has an awesome deal right now. If you use my link in the description or my discount code GreaterGood, you'll get 10% off a Stealth Tangem wallet, and you can get a second Tangem wallet from the Color Collection or the White Stealth card for 50% off. The White Stealth card looks pretty sweet in my opinion. My 10% discount will always work no matter what, but Tangem frequently has sales like this, so make sure to try my discount code anytime to unlock the best deals. Okay, now that you know the basics, let's dive a little deeper into each of these new upgrades. Native tokens and programmable money. True layer 1 token issuance with covenants means far more sophisticated use cases than basic minting like we saw with KRC-20 tokens. Think programmable vaults, conditional payments, tokenized assets, that's a big one, lending and DeFi building blocks, all settling directly on Kaspa's blisteringly fast block tag. Tokenized assets are very interesting to me.
You know, I do believe we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equities, the bonds.
That is the CEO of BlackRock talking about the tokenization of all assets. BlackRock's assets under management currently stand at $13.89 trillion. Bullish. Covenants and Silverscript. These let developers attach smart rules to UTXOs. A UTXO is basically a specific chunk of cryptocurrency that has been received. Your wallet balance equals the sum of all of your UTXOs. Why does that matter in mining? Miners don't just mine empty blocks. Say, for example, the Tokata Hard Fork goes off without a hitch and you're solo mining at home to your own node. If you hit a block that is covenant heavy, then you will be rewarded more for mining that block because basically it contains more information. Wallets, exchanges, and apps can now build in a way that will naturally require multiple on-chain interactions. Every covenant-heavy transaction eats block space and pays fees. Repeatable ongoing use is exactly what miners need for higher rewards that aren't just a flash in the pan like KRC-20 tokens were. ZK verification. This is huge, and you've probably seen coins like Zcash absolutely ripping lately. Zcash is a privacy coin, and privacy is a very strong narrative. When you think about the way big money moves, no big player on the world stage wants to move large amounts of money that can be traced back to a wallet. They cannot and will not allow their activity and wallet balance to be exposed for obvious reasons. After the Tokata Hard Fork, developers can build ZK apps that verify proofs on Kaspa's Layer 1. Kaspa will be capable of Zcash-like or better privacy features. With Zcash, privacy is native and the default mode. With Kaspa, as I said, it will have to be built. The point is that after the Toccata Hard Fork, the foundation will be there for the builder to work with, and each proof, verification, and settlement transaction fees will be generated. The infamous emission schedule. I've always said that Kaspa's emission schedule is very aggressive. By mid-2026, will be around 95% of total supply mined. There isn't a halving like with Bitcoin. Kaspa uses a smooth, chromatic emission schedule, and block rewards decrease every single month. So currently, a Kaspa block is worth about 2.75 Kaspa, and that will keep trending down to zero by around 2037 or so. At some point, miners must transition to fee-based revenue. Tokata is our bridge. It turns Kaspa from a fast payment coin into a programmable settlement layer. If even a fraction of the projected DeFi, token, and ZK activity materializes, that creates organic demand for the 10 blocks per second that Kaspa currently produces. So considering the aggressive emission schedule, am I still running Kaspa mining hardware?
Yup!
I still believe in Kaspa, and I feel like our best days are ahead of us. I'm currently running a KS0 Ultra, and I've been mining to my own node at home. Of course, now I'll have to update my node. Also, I'm still running 5 KS5 Pros at Terra hosting. I bought these miners used because Terra customers can buy and sell their hosted hardware through their Discord marketplace. So I took out a quick loan using crypto as collateral through CoinRabbit, got paid out the $2,700 I needed in stable coins in like 10 minutes. Then I paid the gentleman the $2,700 for those 5 KS5 Pros, and I was up and hashing fast. I like making moves like this because it means I don't have to sell my crypto and take the tax hit. Not to mention, I would lose any upside potential that that coin might have. So if you guys want to check out CoinRabbit, there's a link in the description, and Terra Hosting and Terra Hashes, there's a link in the description for their marketplace as well. Okay, now for some real talk and some downsides. I'm excited about the potential that this hard fork brings to Kaspa, but this isn't guaranteed moon juice. If adoption is slow and builders don't build, then fees could underwhelm just like post KRC-20. It might take a while for useful applications to come out. And remember, this is a decentralized project with no VCs, so there isn't a pile of money just sitting there to burn through for marketing and things like that. Adoption will have to happen naturally over time, and Kaspa holders might have to continue to remain patient for the ecosystem to fully develop. There's also major competition from other established chains that have been around for a while, like Ethereum and Solana, just to name a few. Then you've got some newcomers like Sui. All of these are going to be competitors to Kaspa. Another small downside is that node requirements will go up with this hard fork. Slightly more disk space is needed, things like that. And just figuring out a new node and setting it up might cause some issues. So it's nothing too drastic, but it's something to keep in mind. If you're mining to your own node, you will need to take the time to prepare and make sure you upgrade your node software and hardware if necessary when this hard fork comes out. Tokata won't magically double your mining profits overnight like the first KRC-20 wave, but it has the potential to create a healthier, more sustainable reward environment for the long haul. Kaspa's speed and new programmability is a rare combo in proof of work. Tokata could bring real users and capital to the Kaspa ecosystem, and miners could finally see the consistent fee revenue that we've been waiting for. So what do you think? Will Tokata finally deliver lasting profitability for Kaspa miners, or is it another short-lived boost? I want to hear your honest comments, and especially if you are a miner like me, I want you to hit the like button if you're preparing for the hard fork. Subscribe for more miner-focused Kaspa updates, and last but not least, don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good. The greater good.